Well, did you see me teasing? I'm still this took a while to tease to this look. However, today we have a really fun segment because, you know, Permatease is something that a lot of us don't understand. However, I'm going to explain it very elementary, if you will. Okay, so today we are talking Permatease. Permatease. And I know a lot of us at some point may have received a wig. We take it out of the box and we look at it and we're just thinking, what is going on here? I can't tell you how many calls I've had, and just automatically there's just something wrong with this wig. It's damaged, something's wrong with the fiber, it's burnt, it's singed. So I know there's lots of different terms. I like to call it wig lingo. However, today, again, for those of you that are just joining, we're talking about Permatease. And I want to just start off by saying, first of all, let's remember that this is ready to wear hair. Very, very important. I always share that. Especially when we start talking about Permatease, I talk about how we want to be ready. These are ready to wear pieces. So today I'm going to show you the differences between what Permatease looks like and the advantages, and what you can do if you just want to try to change the part a little bit, and possibly some suggestions that you could kind of modify it just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to start off showing you, first of all, Permatease is, let me just kind of show you just a really basic. Okay, so when we start off with basic construction, we're starting off with fabric. So we're looking at machine made. Machine made is beautiful, it's very affordable. Features are going to be a little bit different. So when we're looking at Permatease, we're talking about when you get a piece and you see this like tiny hair at it's like micro, it's like densely sewn hair on a piece of fabric. Let me go back and show you that. This is fabric, so this is all sewn onto this flower cap right here. And on the flip side, it's designed to build volume. So for lack of a better explanation, it's like, I know you've probably seen lots of tutorials where they get a tiny section of hair in there, if they have natural, you know, if they have bio hair, just to give you an idea, and they crimp it. They crimp it at the very base. I'm not saying do this because you don't want to do this to synthetic hair. I'm just trying to give you a really simplified explanation of what Permatease is. So it's basically putting crimp, if you will. It's densely teased hair into the base of a wig to create volume. Great movement. Let me just give you, let's just get real basic about this. Okay, so here we are. This is Kai. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of styling or explanation of all the different foundations. Please know that if you do need more in-depth explanations about Permatease, you can always go to our YouTube channel. We have tutorials on every different foundation that we have. Okay, so this Kai does not have Permatease. Okay, so I want you to see this lays very flat, very close to the head, which is beautiful. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just giving you a visual difference between when you have Permatease and you do not have Permatease. Okay, so this does not have Permatease. So you have a very natural looking hairline, natural looking part. However, it lays really close to the head, which is very nice. It's very beautiful. It's a very classic look. For me, my liking and my choice would be something very similar to this, but I do like volume. So I'm going to try to find something that has Permatease. And when you first get Permatease, when you get it out of the box and you feel like, okay, what's going on here? It just isn't working for me. You can just use your brush, and we're going to just kind of brush through it. And that's lifting the hair off of the fabric, off the foundation. So I'm basically just going back with it. I'm going to give it a little shake. Usually I shake it upside down. I'm just giving it a good shake. That's going to loosen the hair up. So I know that looking in the front here, it looks a little bit different here, because if you're really close to me, I'm talking really close, you can kind of see it looks like teased hair. However, that is there so that it makes this look, for me, I just love Permatease. I know I'm from Texas and we like bigger hair here. That's not the point. The point is that it makes this so much easier to style. I realistically don't even have to have an implement. I can do this with my fingers. Just a little bit of wig spray. Look at the difference. I mean, it's not laying close to my head. On me, this looks more natural. And all I've done is brush through it. And I'm kind of just lifting the hair here off of the foundation. And that separates all this hair, which is really important. You basically just want to separate the hair when it comes out of the box. When you shampoo it, you can do this again after it's completely air dry. But this just gives you instant volume. So I know that you've seen, this is Aria. I know that you've seen me wear this in many different colors. And as I was showing you earlier, if it doesn't have Permatease and you like volume, you're going to have to work a little bit harder to tease it. So just going to put this back and show you. With the very first style, it's much harder to create this look in just seconds. So look at the difference with the Permatease in the front here. I don't have to do anything to it. It's like instant. My mom wears wigs all the time. She calls it instant wow. It's just a wonderful feature. It is, sometimes some people don't like Permatease, and I understand that. So the most important thing, the most important suggestion I can give you is that if you do not like Permatease, you can find, usually there's going to be something in one of our collections that looks very similar with a different feature, like the two pieces that I just compared, this having Permatease, the other style not having Permatease. Yes, a nice little tuck behind the ear. Thank you. Yes. And another tip, just really quickly, if you get something and you don't want volume like that, but you do like the style and you do like Permatease, but you don't want to wear the volume all the time, meaning, maybe you don't really want that much volume during the day, whatever the case may be. That's what's so awesome about these pieces. You can really, they're very versatile. So you can just rub your hands. I know you've seen different little tricks. A lot of our guests have suggested different little things, but I'm just going to rub my hands here, and I'm just creating heat, body heat, and you can kind of just lay your hands here. And this is just using my own body heat. Say for instance, I didn't have any kind of implement, and first and foremost, you don't want to apply any kind of heat. However, the one suggestion that I do have is if you do have something that has Permatease and you want to modify it just a little bit, look to your professionals. Look to the professionals in your area, your wig professionals, because there are so many professionals that do have the experience to work with the Permatease. They can help you. Okay, so this will probably give you the best. You could just see, like this piece is let me just show you. Okay, so keep in mind, this is a piece that I got for myself, but I do modify it. And the reason I do is I just love this style. I love the color. I love the shape. The only thing that I do have to work with, and let me see if you can, it's kind of hard, you can see it right here. Right here, there's a lot of Permatease. And the reason I left it like this without doing what I usually do to it, and this is where I mean, if you want it modified and you want a root put into it, a dark root, you can go to your professional and they can help you with that. But I want you to see the difference. If this were not to have the Permatease, I wouldn't be able to do this. The previous style was Aria in Plumberry Jam LR. Both of the first styles were Kai and Aria in Plumberry Jam LR, which is one of my favorite colors. Okay, so this is Kate, and I just love this style. This is a limited edition. However, I'm telling you, if I had this without the Permatease, I probably would not be a fan of this style. So I just want you to see, I'm going to show you the difference in just a minute. This to me, without being modified, with my skin tone and knowing that my hair is this dark underneath, for me it just wouldn't look very, very natural. However, I love the piece, I love the color, I love the Permatease, and then we're going to show you the difference. I just want, this is not exactly the same style, however, I just want you to see the difference that the root makes, the gradient root. And of course, this is not the best color for my skin tone. I just want you to see, this has a lot of Permatease. However, I've brushed through it. And this is very, very natural looking. You know, there's a lot of different foundations, but again, today we're talking Permatease, the advantages, and how these are machine-made pieces, so these are very, very affordable. But this feature is so nice. And just keep in mind, if you wanted to go back and style it a little bit, you know, I always kind of do this and pull out some of the, I just kind of create my own little baby hairs. And keep in mind, again, I know that a lot of, I know that I give you suggestions and I always tell you to look for your professionals, and I really do mean, please, I mean, if this is something that you cannot, if you're an end user, you're not a licensed cosmetologist, and you are looking for a solution, you can always go to one of your professionals and they can help you. But look at the volume. These are great. This is such a great feature for all the different looks that we've been doing with the ponytails. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, so do you see how this, just lifting the hair off of the base, separating the hairs, really does help you with that Permatease. So again, the Permatease is just densely teased hair to create volume, and so that you don't see the fabric through the style itself. It's really a wonderful feature. Okay, so this is one of the pieces that I posted on my personal Instagram. If you want to follow me on my personal Instagram, it's at Texas Wig Fairy. Okay, wonderful. So we have someone saying they reached out to their local wig shop, their wig studio, and they were able to order them something even during now, even now that we're in lockdown, they were able to service them. Yes, I agree with you. If you would like, I'm telling you, a lot of our wig stores, wig studios, you can call them. They can help you virtually, so please keep that in mind. Okay, so this is Seville, and I want to show you something because I know a lot of times people think I put a lot of teasing into my ponytails. I really don't. I don't tease them at all. I'm just going to show you half up and half down here. This is probably one of my favorite styles that's right at the shoulder. The volume on this piece, I just can't tell you how wonderful it is. And again, as you can see, I am not teasing anything. This is just the Permatease that comes with this style. This is wonderful in a low ponytail. Let me see if I can. And you can always do this a little bit with the higher ponytail. And as you've seen, I've done it all on my head. I'm so used to just doing it on my head, but I can't tell you, if the Permatease wasn't there, I myself wouldn't be comfortable because I don't want the silhouette, the style, just really close to my head. So just to give you, this is just really quickly, just to show you how nice this style is with the Permatease. And when I get this out of the box, I'm going to brush through it to lift the hair again. But look at how wonderful the Permatease is. And then my suggestion is, if you do not like the Permatease, and I understand some of you may not like it, that's where you want to go to reneeapparel.com, look at all our different styles, and look for something that does not have, that has a double monofilament foundation. That is going to be a different foundation. That is, the fabric on the top is entirely different. It's handmade in through this area. And like I said, if you want a more in-depth explanation, please go to our YouTube channel where we have tutorials on all the different foundations. But again, today, if you just joined, today we're talking about Permatease. Isn't that wonderful though? Thank you. I like bangs. I just love all these wigs. Okay, so let me show you next. I know this is one piece that when I wear it, because it's so short, people really it just looks like it's my bio hair. But this particular style, if it didn't have Permatease, it would not be the style it is. And this is just, this does have hair wig spray in it, but I can't give you a better explanation of what Permatease is without trying this piece on, because this piece this is it. This is bubblegum R. It looks, I'm sorry, the lighting, this is a bubblegum color. The lighting makes it look a little bit more like Illumina R, but this is bubblegum R. But this is the best explanation I can give you of what Permatease does. It's just built-in volume that is effortless, and it allows the style to have total memory. You don't have to do anything to it. And no matter what's going on, I know I kind of repeat that probably almost every week. No matter what the element is outside, Permatease helps keep the style looking so great. It just helps keep the style in place. It's not ever going to go flat. It could be raining, snowing. By the way, it was funny. No matter how bad it was for the past couple days, what was it, like a week, raining, snowing, my hair always looked good. my hair just looked great. So that's the best explanation I can give you of Permatease. And like I said, there are a few things that, you know, a professional can do for you to help you control the Permatease if you're just in love with that style. Make sure you reach out to your professional wig studios and see what how they can help you. And like I said, go to reneeapparris.com, go to the locator, because there's so many wig shops that can help you. Not everyone is in lockdown, and it is very, very possible for us to help you virtually. Teleshopping, Zoom, FaceTime, we can help you. So please reach out to your professionals. So I also wanted to share with you, let me make sure. The other thing I wanted to end off with as far as Permatease, I'm going to show you this particular style. If you're worried about, like, if you're worried at the hairline, like say for instance, this particular style has a bang here, so I'm not really worried about having lace in this area for the hairline. However, if you would like something that has Permatease with lace in the front, that is also a feature that you can look for. So I'm going to show you, this is another style that I have on my Instagram that I usually wear up in a ponytail. So this has Permatease and it also has lace front. So if you're wanting the volume here, but you don't want the heavier hairline here, not all styles are created that way, but it is a feature that you can look for. So please, like I said, if you get a wig and you think and you open it and you look at it and you see right away, you know, hair that looks like the best. It's funny because I have people call me all the time and they're like, the hair's burnt. No, it isn't burnt. It's not damaged, if you will. I'm trying to think of the different things that someone burnt it, someone crimped it, it's a feature called Permatease that is there to create volume. Okay, so hopefully you can kind of see. And for our professionals in our wig classes, we go over how to, if you just have something like this that you just absolutely love, please look forward down the road to classes where we will continue our education on how to modify pieces and make them look more like you, more like you're gonna help your end users make the pieces look more like them. It becomes who they are. It becomes part of you. I have to do work sometimes to my pieces to make them look, to make them Daniela. Okay, so I'm going to put this back on. And I want to thank you for being with us this afternoon. I hope that the explanation that I gave you of Permatease, very, very simple, but I know it's very, very basic, but very important information. And like I said, if you're needing to look at all the different styles, if you've never had Permatease, or if you've never had a rooted Permatease style, please look and see what you'll be open to, because it really does make a big difference. And I thank you for being with us this afternoon. I always like to finish off with, please remember, I forgot to mention something, please remember to visit Abby's Instagram and Alexander's Instagram, and always, if you're in question of a feature or how to use product, so many different tutorials that are available at YouTube, at our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button so you'll be first to know whenever we do have, whenever we're going live or when we upload something new. Again, thank you for sharing this afternoon with me.